Alright, so we're back. We're going to do the lab conduct, which is kind of a weird phrase. The lab conduct. Some commands may be case sensitive. Look for hints. Yeah, this one was weird. I like this one a lot, though. I honestly think the first two were my favorite ones. I could play games like that probably for hours.
This is subject 12/19/86/23, new session entry. We have myself, Dr. Alexander reading, assisted by Dr. Williams, and in the lab itself, our volunteer, Mr. Asian. We have artifact 23 in the chamber, recovered from crash site B. At the moment it appears inert, showing no signs of activity. Mr. Asian, instructions for each stage will come through to your terminal, and we need you to follow them exactly. Now, some of this may be unfamiliar, so always reference the manual on your terminal for guides on calibration and procedure. Once you've calibrated equipment to match our brief, the green light will flash, allowing you to trigger the experiment. One last thing. Ensure that any equipment non-essential to the current experiment is switched off. You cannot proceed until your calibration matches ours. When you're ready, let's bring this back.
Alright. So this is where we go back and forth. Have all the equipment. It tells us what experiment to do. We have to x-ray it, and in the manual it tells us specifically what we need to do. So we have to turn on the camera, we have to set a monitor to x-ray, and then we have to charge a CC86 x-ray device. So, and then it tells us what the TV input modes are. So we're going to turn on the camera, on, TV, x-ray, powered on, and then we have the CC86 over here. We power it up, it's charged, and
Okay, good work. The X-ray is coming through now. No visible damage to the surrounding organic material. No signs of activity either. All output is flatlined. Okay, let's begin.
the heart is stopped. So we want to demonstrate the effects of laser on the object. So we're going to do a red laser. Experiment 2. So we need the laser 2 and the monitor set to RGB, and we need 650 nanometers. RGB. Guess that's already off. Laser. So many interruptions today. But that's what happens when you have a family.
No reaction from first stage. Let's try a high frequency.
So nothing here. So now we want to use green. 510. Yeah, I don't like that sound.
Okay, we have a reaction of some sort here, a weak signal. Let's keep going. Increase again.
Use blue. Are we gonna do violet too, Sarah?
Well, would you look at that? It seems we have a pulse. Rhythm is stable, no activity registering in the core. It's possibly damaged. Let's push further.
So now we're going to test the acoustic resonance properties of the object. Begin with generating a 250 Hz sine wave with amplifier gain set to 1. So we're doing 3. Sine wave is the squiggly one. The gain is here. And what did it say? 250 Hz. So sine wave, turn this off, turn that on. And the gain set to 1.
Not much of a response. Updating the experiment now.
Alright, so we need to do 500 Hertz, so we're going to double the sine and quintuple the gain. I don't like these sounds. It makes my ears ring. I have tinnitus already.
Seeing some fluctuations in activity. Should we increase? Do the risk of damage. What about the velocity? Okay, we're going to push further. I'm running out of time. Let's switch around.
Square wave. 500 Hertz and a gain of 5. So we're just having to change that. Sip of tea.
Seeing good activity on this side. Seeing definite spikes in rhythm. I know this might seem uncomfortable or dangerous, but you need to trust us and keep going.
I kind of don't trust them. I really don't. So we're going to stay at 5, stay at square, and we're going to go to 1 kilohertz. So we're going to double this. Seems like a major jump. like pumping gas.
Full activity registry.
I feel like I exploded that heart.
You've made excellent progress. You're doing great. Now we need you to stay calm and try to relax as we go through these next steps. We're going to attempt to alleviate some of this discomfort.
So I've actually watched someone else play this episode, and I've played this before myself. So I know what to expect. And even though I know the whole story now, it's still, it feels odd. So now we're going to drill the surface. So we're going to switch the drill on. We're going to turn everything else off except for the camera and TV. And then we're going to sink the drill. So off, off. That's fine, and drill. Yeah, the drill again.
How do you feel? Don't be scared. We have the situation under control. Take a few moments, and when you're ready, we'll continue.
I don't feel well. Open the test chamber. I don't really want to open it. I still don't feel like I ever got safety goggles and gloves. I feel like I don't have any safety glasses on. Do not leave the container unattended. Extremely dangerous to handle it. This here. Please ensure your next of kin is updated at HR. No.
Stay calm. You're doing fine. Don't be afraid. I'm sorry to have to do this, but we have to know. I know how difficult this must be, but you can do this. It's time to remember.
Yeah. No thank you. No thanks for the next of kin. I'm going to check on the setting real quick, sorry. Oop, not the right thing. So we have Restream IO. No, there's not an option to change that. Okay. Cool. So I'm trying out some new tools and stuff for different chat windows and to see what's going on. You can do this. Stab me in the face.
You're a proxy now. You have a connection to the entity's inner core. It's like a conscious black box. It can show you its memory. Look into it. The visions will translate onto the screen to be something that you can understand, that you can play out.
So I have to hold the mouse button so I can see what's going on. Wow. So I'm pretty sure this is definitely the epilepsy warning. You wake up in the cryopod. Struggling against gravity, you force yourself up. Impact in the planet's surface has torn a hole.
You can navigate its memories. Use the computer. Work your way through.
Impact in the planet's surface has torn a hole in the ship hull. Poisonous atmosphere spills into your craft. You are in grave danger. You have to get out of here. So it seems like this part is building on the first episode. Craft is broken beyond repair. There is wreckage all around. An airlock door is locked tight, and the computer terminal adjacent blinks. The airlock door is clamped shut. It is controlled remotely. You are now stood next to the computer terminal. You tap at the screen, and the airlock door splutters to life. Slowly opening with a horrendous noise, the ship powers down to silence, having spent the last of the reserves.
This organ was taken from what we think was the leader. These memories are different. They're not like the others. There's more detail here. Let's hazy. Lean in. See what else is behind.
Like, is it still stabbing me in the face, or is it gonna do it again? You squeeze through the damaged airlock and fall to your knees on the ground next to your vehicle. Every breath brings pain to your chest. You look around to see you are surrounded by...
Incredible. Are we getting all of this? It's describing the moment we found the ship. Mr. Asian, please continue.
You look around to see you are surrounded by mangled metal. Bright lights pour through every gap in the surrounding wreckage. A crash site. Smoke billows from the downed ship. Exterior lights flicking on and off. Wreckage surrounds you. Looking upwards, you see unfamiliar star patterns. You don't recognize any of the star patterns above you. You don't think it's as scary as it was last night? Because second time you saw it, so you might expect some of it. I don't know. I mean, I expect it, but it's still kind of freaking me out a little bit just because the story and what these things are doing right now. The lights are blinding. You can make out silhouettes, but you will need to move some of the surrounding wreckage for a better view. With every ounce of your remaining strength, you move away enough of the wreckage for you to carefully crawl through. The lights that surround you now attack your senses. A circle of artificial lights surrounds you, set up to eliminate the crash site in the darkness. Behind them, an army of people, all staring. One figure steps out, a silhouette, and walks towards you. You squint at the light, trying to shield your visor lens at the same time. It is a circle of artificial lights set up to illuminate the crash site around you.
Your heart rate is elevated, but you're doing well. For what it's worth, very few of our test subjects ever make it this far. You should be proud of yourself.
That's so freaky. We awake. The room is silent, only for the quiet hum of equipment and occasional machine beep. Your touch isn't yours. We are all as one. We move together in unison. We are in a bed, in a small and artificially lit room with a single door. There is some sort of writing pinned to the wall.
This doesn't happen. We didn't put this entity in quarantine. It expired at a crash. Whose memories are these? When did this happen?
Adjacent is a display monitor with wires that drape across the room and into our chest. They have tortured us. Symbols seem to indicate where on our body they had to cut. We've been butchered and maimed over and over. We can't reach the door, effectively tethered to the machine.
What just happened? What's that alarm?
There's been a disconnection in quarantine lab 15.
Find out what's going on.
We yank at the wires protruding from our chest. Together we all scream in pain. This action sets off an alarm, echoing loudly down the adjacent corridor.
Doc, specimen 20 left lab 15. It's on the move.
My God. That vision. It's not a memory. It's happening right now. Mr. Asian, I need you to stop what you're doing, please.
So weird. Stop what we're doing. Through the door, we find ourselves in an empty room with a device on the table. It looks familiar. They don't know how it works, but this host does. The door closes behind us and a lock clamps shut. We are alone, together. You try each door and get nowhere. They are magnetically sealed shut. It is some sort of preparation room. There are markings on more sheets, with a door and a window on one side. The door we came through has been locked shut. The other door had an orange alarm light above it. In the center of the room, a table holding only a small device taken from our ship.
What is that? You haven't seen that before?
Huh.
What is it doing?
It's using the tool we recovered from the crash site. It's in our systems. It's sending something across the network. It's broadcasting.
Mr. Asian, please. We deeply regret what we have put you through, but please understand it was for the greater good. We had to know more. Rebelling now could be catastrophic. We don't know what this might do to you in the long run.
Catastrophic. What's it gonna do to us? Man, I seriously need a new chair. Alright, so let's look for this first one on the upper left. It's gonna be the little diamond one. That one. There. Alright, so that one's right. So now we're going to look for this next glyph. So right there. And it looks like this is... I think it was that one. No. I think it was that one. Not this bit. Yeah. Alright, so that part. That's the one. It's easier now knowing what I'm looking for. Okay, so this one has that little diamond. There we go. Way too many of them.
They're converging. It's over.
Please don't stab me in the face again. Please.
Station. Please, don't do this. We mean you. We mean them no harm. Please, don't do something you'll regret. Wait.
Mr. Asian.
One day, Station. This will haunt you.
Very, very creepy. Richie Campbell? I think he's a British actor. Let's see. I want to look him up real quick. No, guess not. Yeah. Sounds familiar. All right. So, once again, thank you for joining me on this one. This is episode 2. I'm redoing what I played last night just because I didn't archive. But I thank you for staying with me, and I'm going to do, yeah, it was a lot faster than yesterday. Kind of, we knew a little bit what we were doing, and there wasn't as much kind of goofing around and trying to feel our way through it. So it was a lot faster. I'm hoping the station process will go faster. That took way too long. Maybe it'll be easier the second time. I like that I'm seeing a little bit more within the responses and kind of understanding more now that I've seen the whole thing before. But yeah, we're going to stop this one and then we'll start back up with episode 3. Thanks.